The American dining landscape in 2026 is a battlefield of rising costs, labor shortages, and shrinkflation.
The restaurant industry has been struggling. 2024 had the highest number of bankruptcies since the pandemic.
While some chains are innovating to stay afloat, others are circling the drain, leaving customers with nothing but a lighter wallet and a heavy sense of regret. If you're planning your next meal out, you might want to steer clear of these 7 offenders. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Now moving on to our video.
Made the restaurant report this week. The Golden Corral on Blanding Boulevard was cited with 8 high-priority violations. Golden Corral is now in the clear. An inspector came back the very next day for a re-inspection, only finding 1 serious violation. 10 flies were in the kitchen, buzzing. Raw shrimp was stored over open cookies. Cross-contamination an issue here. Also, raw bacon was stored over deli ham, and that is also something that could get people sick.
1. Golden Corral. Why number 1? Often cited as the ultimate regret destination due to declining cleanliness standards and food quality. The business model relies on high-volume, self-service gluttony, which in 2026 has become increasingly difficult to manage. Recent reports highlight a sharp increase in customer frustration regarding the freshness of the buffet line and the overall sanitation of the dining areas. While the made-to-order sirloin remains a small silver lining, the trough experience often leads to a post-meal lethargy, or worse, a week-long battle with food poisoning. For many, the high price tag for a buffet for 2, now exceeding $50 in some regions, simply doesn't justify the risk of a fetid and miasmal environment. 2. Subway. Why number 2? Once the king of eat fresh, now frequently criticized for lack of transparency and deteriorating ingredient quality. The shine has officially worn off the emerald green logo. In 2026, Subway finds itself out of step with modern diner expectations. Between lawsuits regarding the 100% realness of their proteins and a growing reputation for wilted vegetables and an over-reliance on fillers, the value proposition has vanished. Customers are increasingly vocal about bland and gross options that feel overpriced compared to local deli alternatives. When your fresh sandwich is more bread than substance, the regret sets in before you even finish the first half. 3. Sonic Drive-In. Why number 3? A massive drop in customer satisfaction scores due to chronic understaffing and failing technology. Sonic was built on the charm of the car hop experience, but in 2026, that experience is often broken. With satisfaction scores plummeting to record lows, 73/100. The complaints are consistent. 50-minute wait times in stalls, broken mobile apps, and orders that arrive stone cold. The replacement of their classic fries with groovy fries has sparked online petitions for a reversal, and the iconic shakes are frequently reported as arriving runny instead of thick. It's a drive-in where you might spend more time waiting than eating. 4. Wendy's. Why number 4? Currently in a state of operational chaos with hundreds of location closures and inconsistent service. Wendy's has long marketed itself as the premium fast food choice with its square patties and never-frozen beef. However, 2026 has proven to be a year of instability. Massive restructuring has led to shuttered doors and unpredictable hours at surviving locations. Diners report a stretched-thin staff, leading to rushed, messy execution, ranging from raw burgers to hollow, over-salted fries. While the Baconator still has its fans, the risk of walking into a poorly managed, understaffed location makes it a gamble many are no longer willing to take. 5. Buffalo Wild Wings. Why number 5? Poor consumer sentiment across the board regarding wait times and oversauced, soggy wings. Despite attempts to modernize the menu with items like beer cheese and Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, the core experience at B-Dubs is struggling. Recent AI-driven sentiment analysis places it at the bottom of major chains for customer experience. The biggest culprit? The wait. It's not uncommon to see reviews detailing 2-hour waits for cold food. For a place designed around watching a game, missing the first half while waiting for your appetizers is a recipe for instant diner's remorse. 6. Applebee's. Why number 6? A persistent reputation for microwave quality and food that simply doesn't travel well for the modern era. Applebee's remains a punchline for many foodies, and in 2026, the joke is wearing thin. While they offer decent value for sit-down dining, the quality often feels prepackaged. The chain has also struggled to adapt to the delivery-heavy market. Their signature items often become soggy and unappealing by the time they hit your doorstep. In a world where execution matters more than novelty, Applebee's often misses the mark, leaving guests wondering why they didn't just stay home and cook.
Side by side. There it is. There's a burger on the left. There's a burger on the right. Okay. Do they look the same to you? More than a dozen states sued, basically arguing they were sold Whoppers in more ways than one. Duped, they argue, by ads that, according to the suit, make it look like the burgers are about 35% bigger. A judge has some thoughts on this, which is why that judge is now green-lighting a lawsuit against Burger King, allowing it to move forward.
7. Burger King. Why number 7? Consistent issues with health violations and a lack of cleanliness compared to its peers. The King is losing his crown when it comes to hygiene. Historically topping lists of the dirtiest fast food chains, recent 2026 inspections continue to flag critical code violations in various states. Beyond the grime, the food quality is famously inconsistent. Customers frequently report tiny, barely warm burgers that look nothing like the advertisements, served by staff who seem more interested in their phones than the grill. It's a fast food staple that often leaves you feeling more greasy than satisfied. Pro tip: if you're looking for a safer bet in 2026, industry data suggests that beverage-first brands like Dutch Brothers and specific value leaders like Texas Roadhouse are currently outperforming these 7 in both quality and service. The era of selective dining. The 2026 dining landscape marks a definitive end to the era of cheap and easy loyalty, as food prices away from home continue to climb, rising at nearly triple the historical average. American consumers have reached a breaking point. The regret associated with these 7 chains stems from a widening gap between cost and value. Diners are no longer willing to tolerate lackluster hygiene, microwaved quality, or understaffed stalls when a single meal costs as much as a week's groceries. Success in this climate belongs to brands that prioritize transparency and consistency over corporate expansion. For the casual diner, the message is clear. In an age of shrinkflation and service fatigue, a little research goes a long way. Before walking into a legacy chain out of habit, consider that your dollar now commands a higher standard of excellence, and plenty of emerging local favorites are ready to deliver it.